Wow, that was so cool. Good morning. Welcome to Apple Park. We're glad you could join us for what promises to be an action-packed and memorable WWDC. Today, we're going to have some incredible updates to our platforms.
Apple made some major announcement at the Worldwide Developers Conference, which is WWDC 24. Besides the new announcement, the biggest of all was Apple's push into AI, and they're calling it Apple Intelligence. It also announced that users can tap into the OpenAI's ChatGPT when using Siri, but only when one wants to. So here is what all Apple announced. Apple Intelligence for Mac, iPhone and iPad. OpenAI's ChatGPT is coming to Siri. iOS 18, a big Siri update with AI, updates for Airpods and TVOS for Apple TV, WatchOS 11 for Apple Watch, iPadOS 18, macOS, Sequoia VisionOS 2, Apple Passwords app, and custom emoji called the GenMoji. So it's Siri with the OpenAI, that's ChatGPT. Apple announced that Siri can tap into OpenAI's ChatGPT when needed. Siri will ask if you want to share your question with ChatGPT and then will return suggestions from the OpenAI chatbot. The integration will come into iOS 18, iPadOS 18 and macOS later this year. It is said that it also adds other third-party intelligence models. Apple's new emojis that are GenMoji. Yes, Apple introduced a new form of custom emojis called GenMoji, and users can create their own emojis using Apple's AI. Apple AI Enhancements in writing. Apple's improves in rewriting your existing copy, change the tone of language, summarize a message in TLDR format, and pen smart replies to messages. You can now use Siri via text, correct your statements in real time, and offer a new look that's more tightly integrated into the operating system. Now it's new Siri with AI. Siri will be powered by Apple Intelligence. Siri will be able to answer thousands of questions about how to use your Apple device. Well, what more AI can do? Context-driven notification, writing improvements, image generation, cross-application tasking, focus on personal context, private cloud compute. Apple's Passwords app. Apple announced a Passwords app for iPhone, iPad, Vision Pro, Mac and Windows. It helps you store all your passwords, sort of like Keychain did, but includes verification codes, app passwords, Wi-Fi passwords, shares passwords, and passkeys and more. Apple announced macOS Sequoia, some AI enhancements. Apple macOS will have now continued enhancements from iPad OS and iOS, phone mirroring, unified notification center, new password app, video enhancements, and Safari enhancements. Apple announced iPadOS 18, which will be a new feature for the iPadOS 18. Yes, Apple announced iPadOS 18 with a bevy of new features for the iPad with interface improvements, SharePlay enhancements. You can now take control of SharePlay session, calculator on an iPad, Math Notes for calculator, and Notes. The native app has a new feature called Smart Script, which uses on-device machine learning to automatically clean your handwriting and make it look fancy. Apple announced WatchOS 11 for Apple Watch. Yes, it has training mode, can track how the intensity and duration of users' workouts affect their bodies over the time. Customize the summary tab. Users can personalize their summary tab with information they want to see. New vital tabs. WatchOS 11 will track vitals such as your heart rate, respiratory rate, wrist temperature, and give you all insights about them in the new Vitals app. It also has tools for pregnant users, adjustment to the rings, and photos for your watch face. Apple announced Airpods updates and new TVOS features. Apple announced some improvements to its audio products and home platform. The basic one and the most important and amazing one being the Siri with Airpods. Airpods can now detect head motions to answer or reject your call. So if Siri is saying, "There's a call coming, do you want to pick up?" you say nod and no. You then, if you want to pick up the call, nod and just make it yes. So that's a Siri with Airpods. Also, there's voice isolation. Airpods Pro will now be able to isolate your voice even with noisy background audio. Here's what's new on TVOS. It has Insight, a new feature that'll give you information about what is playing on your TV and your iPhone. Audio enhancements. Projector support. Apple TVs will now support 21:9 projectors. Now there'll be new screensavers. Apple is adding support for the portrait photos as Apple TV screensavers. Yes, and it also announced Apple iOS 18, which is a lot of personalized features and quite a many of them, which are very, very interesting. Apple also announced VisionOS 2. Yes, the Vision Pro will be available in China, Japan, and Singapore as of June 28th. It will roll out to Australia, Canada, France, Germany, and UK on 12th July. And some of its features are photos with VisionOS 2, which will use AI. VisionOS 2 will also debut new gesture-driven controls. There will be ultra-wide display. Yes, the Vision Pro will now support an ultra-wide display, and Apple says it's equivalent to 2 side-by-side 4K monitors. Train support for travel mode. Apple is adding train support to its travel mode. It previously only supported planes. So that's all from the WWDC 24 announcement.